Witches and Muggles. I'm Matt Broomfield, also known as Steve with that, and this is my first ever Harry Potter YouTube video! So today I'll be doing 5 people from Harry Potter universe that could be sorted into Ravenclaw. I haven't done any houses, but I will be doing that. I'll be doing for Hufflepuff, Slytherin, and Gryffindor, but I'm going to do Ravenclaw first because it's my house. So without further ado, let's get into it. First person is Hermione Granger. Hermione, obviously, is one of the main characters in the franchise, and she was always on to Gryffindor. But in the 5th book, or the thing is, we are revealed she actually could have been better in Ravenclaw. She was talking to Harry in the Gryffindor common room after a lesson, and she said she was actually supposed to be in Ravenclaw, but when she was being sorted by the Sorting Hat, she actually changed it, wanted to be in Gryffindor because she researched a lot about Gryffindor and wanted to house as Dumbledore, which she idolized. I think honestly Hermione would be a good Ravenclaw. She has a really good thirst for knowledge. She always does well in her exams, and she always wants to do well. And sometimes she can tell Harry and run off and not doing well in their exams. So I think she'd be a very good Ravenclaw indeed. Next up, we have another Gryffindor, actually, Professor McGonagall. Professor McGonagall obviously is a deputy headmistress, chancellor, teacher, and head of Gryffindor House. There wasn't had she actually a headstall. A headstall is one person who can be sorted into 2 of the either houses. So it could be Gryffindor and Slytherin, Gryffindor and Ravenclaw, or Gryffindor and Hufflepuff, same thing, something like that. So yeah, she was actually sort had to go over quite a long time. So whether she was being Gryffindor or in Ravenclaw, you can see why she's in Ravenclaw because she's also big range, which is very one of the toughest subjects at Hogwarts to teach. And she said in the first book, if you don't want to mess around my class, the students can leave automatically. But honestly, I think the reason why shows us why Gryffindor might be the best suit for her is definitely in the final film and book, where she stands up to Snape and protects the school. And that is so why I think she's a Gryffindor. But if she was a Ravenclaw, I'm very happy as well. Next is a person that may not be a true Ravenclaw, but it is interesting to talk about it. I'm, of course, talking about Padma Patil. Padma and her twin sister Parvati are in Harry's year at Hogwarts. In the books, both books and film, Parvati is sorted in Gryffindor, but it is one thing there's noticed that in the books, Padma is sorted into Ravenclaw, but in the films, she's sorted into Gryffindor, which can be weird because it doesn't really explain why it does that. I think Pat can be a good Ravenclaw. I'm not sure on the character, but that's one thing that's intrigued me. But that does make me think if 2 twins could be in different houses, could be fan members could be. And that actually leads on to my next person, which is of course Percy Weasley. Weasley is one of the main children of Arthur and Molly Weasley. Obviously, he's younger than Bill and Charlie, but older than Fred, George, Percy, Ron, and Ginny. He is the Gryffindor prefect and also into Gryffindor, but actually, I think he could be a little secret Ravenclaw because Ravenclaws some of them are battlefield as nerds. He's not a nerd, but he is very strict and uptight, and he always wants to press himself to do very well, which is always good. He always wants to do well on his newts and his owls. But he can be very stuck up, and I think he just shows that as himself and as his qualities. And last but no means least, we have Horace Slughorn. Horace Slughorn is the potions master in Harry's 6th and final year at Hogwarts. He's brought back by Dumbledore to teach potions, which in turn moves Snape into the dark arts job. We first meet Slughorn when Harry and Ron go to the charity of the Bridge of Bubbage. To see Slughorn to try to persuade him to come back to Hogwarts. Ultimately, they succeed, and Horace returns. However, it is a real twist that Horace is actually a Slytherin, and in the last book, when Snape is a master, he becomes the head of Slytherin House. But I think actually he could actually be a miniature Ravenclaw because obviously in the Half-Blood we see Horace is a very big passion for potions. And one thing you see is points out this passion and possibly the reason why it could be a Ravenclaw. In the scene, we see Harry take visitors and go to visit Hagrid when he's trying to find Slughorn. We see Slughorn in both the greenhouses taking off them as tentacular. And then Harry but Harry catches him in the act, and they both go down to Hagrid's house to see Hagrid. And then we see Aragog, who sadly passed away. And Horace asks Hagrid for an acronym of him, which shows that he does have a keenness to learn, and he always has, and as he says, it is perfectly academically, of course. He always has an academic purpose for his work. So that means he could very cool, because I really, of course, do like to learn a lot. We do like reading, but we always try to have a real thirst for knowledge. Well, that's the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I certainly have. If you enjoyed it, click that like button down below and hope to subscribe to my channel. And until then, farewell, witches, wizards, and muggles. I've been Matt Broomfield, also known as Until next time, farewell. Disoperate.